understanding every point of view, and maybe even no matter how abhorrent it might seem to us, because I think most people would agree that there's certain things that we do define as abhorrent, but we didn't really grow up in that person's situation, and I think there's more to it than we might actually know.
So I was in India and I went to Christian school all my life except 1 year. And every morning we had prayers. Now, I'm not a Christian, but every morning we had prayers. But we never felt that there was a reason that people were trying to. I think it was more a connection to God more than specific religious God or something.
You get the very many divisions in Judaism, the Reformed and the Conservative and the Orthodox. Because if it's not written by God, it's translated by man. And we have many people like Hillel, well-known rabbis over the ages, who each gave different interpretations. And that's where you get the three different groups.
One of the things that's very important to literary scholars is something called suspension of disbelief. It doesn't mean that you necessarily have to believe something that you're studying, but it does mean that you're suspending disbelief. You have to suspend disbelief in order to see the beauty of what you're studying, whether it's a Tolkien world, or whether it's a Sikh world, or whether it's a Mormon world. So I think that's an important concept. That allows me to be a secular humanist and also a Mormon.
When the time came that my mom chose that a different spiritual path was better for her, we were able to come together as a family and love her and accept her still, and just support her in her transition and on her journey. And while I know that not everyone's experiences maybe transitioning in or out of faiths can relate to that as much, that was very powerful to me to see interfaith values and broader horizons like that practiced firsthand in my own home.
I am very cautious because I grew up in a fundamentalist Southern Baptist home. One of the things that was a part of our home was the idea spare the rod, spoil the child. In my family, that translated to an aluminum baseball bat across my spine. So I'd be very cautious about hawking traditions as something that's always a good thing. To the point of teaching religious traditions, in some cases it's a good thing. The ideas of compassion, of treating people as they would like to be treated, those are good things. But there are other traditions that cause real palpable harm to children.
Claims of abuse can range from the denial of medical treatment for Christian scientists to ritual abuse in a family that practices that, whether they're Satanist or Christian. So it's a very important question. How do we think about child-rearing in religion?
Similar to any other religion, from a household that is, for lack of a better word, religious or ritualistically observant, it creates its own challenges, because on the one hand, my children are being raised with a wonderful, beautiful foundation, that they know who they are, they know their identity, they know what they are. On the other hand, I find that I am constantly struggling to broaden their horizons. The most important thing we can teach our children is kindness. And I tell my children every day, I don't care what your report card says, I care that you're a good person.
Yeah.
We have to teach our children empathy. We have to teach our children courage. And I firmly believe that courage is the rarest of the good traits. But our children have to be taught by example. We have to live what we say. We have to stand by our beliefs, and they have to see us stand up for others so that they model that behavior themselves.